It is finally time. Been a long time coming. I am hooking that truck up to that fifth wheel and we're hitting the road. Let's rock. We have arrived. So we are at the drive-in movie. That's the view of the theater. We're gonna watch Mandalorian and Grogu. This guy was a champ. He worked really well. Got a fan right here blowing on my sweetheart. It did the job. That's my brake controller. I'm going to show you guys. It bypasses the truck and there's a module plugged into the 7-way in the back, and you touch it and the brake goes on, and when you hit the brake goes on. I love this thing. It's fabulous. There's my on-the-road stereo and navigation, Pandora, and Google Maps. There's the adapter, because that thing has got a cassette tape, a CD player. This FM adapter means I can play anything I want from that phone in the truck on this high-def stereo. Ooh. So, we're here. We're going to watch a movie tonight. I'm going to get set up. We pulled in exactly level, front to back, side to side. I love it when the plan comes together. Okay, it's quiet right now. I'll try to get this done. My microphone adapter vanished in the truck. My truck ate it. So here we are. I love Harvest Host. This is amazing. So we are parked at a Harvest Host. Pulled in. Completely level. We're gonna sit under the awning tonight and watch a movie. Now on this screen, you know, that looks a million miles away and it's not. It's a drive-in. But how cool is that? Now right now, I'm running the mini split in the front bedroom on the battery, and I'm getting ready to start up my generator. Generators are allowed here. So my generator set up is right here. Propane generator. Now everywhere we go, this little guy comes out immediately. I want to see what's going on. And he can, because of his catio. It's his world out here, and they often sleep here and here, outside, at night, during the day. They're in and out all the time. Really changes their mental outlook. They think they're outside cats. Don't you? Don't you think you're an outside kitty? Yeah, I love you too. You guys didn't hear that, did you? Oh, last night was a lot of fun. The Mandalorian and Grogu is a fun movie. If you're looking for deep meaning in life, it's not your movie. It's fun, it's action. I enjoyed it. Don't try to make anything of it more than what it is. It's a fun action flick with a little creature who's cute and a Mandalorian who's indestructible. So today, we're staying here at the drive-in as well. I'm spending the day editing. Editing my next video. And the way we're getting through the day, we're boondocking. And it's a combination of solar. The star of the show is definitely the mini split, because that mini split, I found out that when we set it to auto, there's a bunch of different settings. So you can go cool, warm, it'll do heat, it'll do cold. If you go max cold, max fan, it takes about 500 watts. But if you go auto 70 degrees, it adjusts the fan, it adjusts the temperature, and it takes about 200 watts. So that guy's been the star of the show, keeping us nice and cool. Say goodbye to Bomb Bomb. I'll see you in a little bit. She has everything, including an air conditioner and food and water and all that stuff.
The old Sheldon Church ruins. The site was once a majestic colonial church, constructed over 270 years ago by a well-respected landowner and governor of South Carolina. For years it served as a place of worship and social gathering before it fell into ruins. It was burned twice by the British and the Union armies during the Revolutionary and Civil Wars, and in the end it was dismantled by desperate people in need of building material during the war, and it never recovered. Today you can see the remains of the towering brick walls and the grand columns surrounded by the moss-draped live oaks. There are Revolutionary War graves throughout the areas, adding to the mystery and a bit of spookiness. The ruins are open to the public and free to see, though there is now a gate around them, so while you can't walk directly into the ruins, you can still walk around them and admire the architecture and scenery. If you go early in the day, the light is truly magical.
Okay, this is why you do shakedown cruises. Crisis averted, kind of. We came home. We were at that gorgeous, the church ruins. Such an amazing place, no charge. That's the kind of thing we look for, the backwoods, the roads that you got to see. So anyway, came home, battery had completely died for the first time ever. My 600 amp had given up the ghost. So the mini split was running on the auto setting, which is like 200 watts, 300 watts. But anyway, it went all the way flat. The inverter gave up the ghost and nothing was running when I got home. So I had to fire up the generator, and then I had to disconnect the inverter to reset it, which it now reset. I've got everything running on the generator until movie time. So I've got an hour and 45 minutes of blowing 80 amps at it. Then through the movies, double feature tonight. We're running on the inverter. When the movies are done, I can run the generator again and bring the battery all the way back up. But this is the whole point of a shakedown cruise. I know exactly how much I can push that battery now, and that's what I wanted to find out, and I found out. So once again, the star of the show, Predator 5000 inverter generator. Super quiet. Don't run an open frame generator at any campground ever. Just don't do it. Thank you. So tonight's the first time we've got company. So far I've seen a dad and a little girl with that setup. They're gonna watch a movie tonight outside. How cool, huh? Okay, we'll see you in the morning. We're going to go looking at historic Beaufort and a lighthouse and a beach where you can pick up shells and all kinds of cool stuff tomorrow. Sleep tight.
Just off the coast near Beaufort, South Carolina, is Hunting Island State Park, occupying an entire barrier island with 5 miles of pristine beaches. Admission to the park is $8 per person. The park is in a maritime forest of palmettos, pines, salt marshes, seagrass, and dunes. The dunes are protected nesting grounds for the loggerhead sea turtles. There are nearly 10 miles of hiking trails, and bicycles can ride on the beach, tide permitting. The 130-foot tall black and white lighthouse was built in the 1800s, and it stands proudly among the trees of the forest. It is one of the 8 existing lighthouses on the South Carolina coastline. We chose not to climb the 167 steps to the top. Instead, we walked down to the uncrowded beach and splashed around on the shore and enjoyed the warm spring day. If you are a movie buff, the movie Forrest Gump filmed the Vietnam War scenes in this area. The paved roads that wind gently through the forest and beside peaceful lagoons are like driving through paradise. We thoroughly enjoyed our day at this gem of a state park. If you are ever in the South Carolina lowlands, put this on your list. You will not regret it.
So we are back at our harvest host. That was such a fun day. The state park that it looked like a movie. It's just amazingly beautiful state park. And then tomorrow we're going to do down the touristy waterfront area. We're back at the harvest host with new neighbors. I did a walkthrough on that rig. Back patio. I called it a, what did I call it? A penthouse RV. And we've got new neighbors over here. Van life. Harvest host is the best. We know that. So we got one more day tomorrow. Now, the original plan was I was going to go to an RV park. Well, this place turned out to be so awesome and so wonderful and so good to us that we just stayed here the whole time. And it turned out to be the perfect shakedown cruise because I could push all my equipment to its limits and beyond, find the failure point, learn if it had any resiliency. After I pushed my batteries to failure, the inverter to failure, did they all come back? Yes, they did. And you want to know all of that stuff before you're in the middle of the forest or desert or wilderness somewhere. And so that's all been good stuff. Also, I got to fix the problem with this guy and the regulator, or just switch him to gas. I haven't decided yet. So more to come for tomorrow. And then tomorrow's our last full day. We stay tomorrow night. And then 5 nights of a shakedown cruise. And we've been boondocking the whole time. And the rig has been, I'm satisfied. I have a list of things that I need to accomplish before we leave our southern homestead and live without a homestead, looking for a homestead. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this week's video. Thanks for coming along. I really appreciate it. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think. The comment section on this channel, our channel, is the best. It's amazing. It's a cool place to hang out. It's really been fun what's developing there. And next week, we're going to be in Beaufort, South Carolina, look at the touristy section and look at the old pre-Civil War section that is, there's houses there that are 300 years old. It's amazing. The moss hanging from the trees. Literally, it feels like a magic town. And so we're going to look at that next week. Coming in the near future, make sure you hit subscribe. Keep your sanity while tiny living. It can apply to tiny homes, RVs, van life, all of the above, and how to save money while living in an RV, traveling in an RV, vacationing in an RV, all of the above as well. So I will see you in the next video.